verse of Bare Feet is very appropriate for this moment in time. Don't keep the cares that keep you from your peace. Sure-footed and light-hearted, just the way you're supposed to be, yeah. Yeah. You ain't never been a fragile soul and you won't start now. Now, what a shame it'd be to waste these moments on now. Cause fish have fins and birds have wings, and we are given these two things to run the world and chase our dreams. In our bare feet, I'm in my bare feet, cause I wanna feel the world's heartbeat, and I wanna grow tall and strong like a tree, touch the sky with my roots so deep. Hey. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. I am so excited to do this. I'm so honored that Global Citizen asked me to do this, because so many amazing artists this week have stepped up and joined in and shared their gifts and shared their talent and shared their light. And frankly, it's also a gift to us artists because we really miss performing and touring. And so I just feel really honored to be in the company of frickin' Chris Martin and John Legend and One Republic, and just so many amazing artists who are streaming every day. Thank you, Global Citizen, for having me. So Global Citizen is doing such important work to really help us all rise to the occasion with this huge challenge that we're all facing as a world with coronavirus. And so I'm just honored to help out in any way I can. So this is my wall of heroes in my music room. And these are all my heroes. I've been collecting these pictures for years now, since I was in my early 20s. Mahalia Jackson, legend. And so you have to listen to her sing You'll Never Walk Alone, but it's the most beautiful song. And especially for right now, the lyrics are so poignant. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. This is Chasing Me. This is a song that I wrote and put out last year. I wrote it a couple of years ago. And this is a really romantic song about the kind of man that I want, the kind of love that I want, and the kind of romantic values that I believe in and I hold really dear, which is about being chased and being valued and being wanted and pursued. I think there's something so romantic about that. I want a man to chase me. By the way, this guitar's named Jewel, and that's Jewel. She's one of the other people on my wall of heroes, except you can't see her face right now, but I'll do it later. I've never given anyone a chance at my heart. Mom always said it was a treasure to guard, and the man who's worthy of giving it to will stick around long enough to prove it to you. But now I'm the one who's losing my cool. Butterflies make me feel like a fool. Always been the one in control, but that boy just does something to my soul. He's chasing me down every road like my heart is a map he can read. He's chasing me around every bend at the end. He's right there waiting for me. He's chasing me. He's chasing me. And I hate to admit, but I like it a little bit. He's chasing me. This is Slick Willie II, and it's been a very long time since he's been in a show. Slick Willie the First got sold on eBay. Raindrops ripple as I breathe. I can feel the deep blue miles from my feet. Coming up for air, your conscience coming clean. I have left the past out of the sea. 'Cause home is in my heart. So why do I get lost in the crowd, trying to be proud? Oh, I must be quiet enough to hear the sound. The song inside my soul, I'm gonna write it down. do you do when you try to write a song but there's no inspiration? That's a really good question, and a lot of songwriters would answer this differently. I'm just going to tell you what I do. I don't force, you can't force inspiration. You can't force creativity. It's like a magical thing that you tap into sometimes. And so what I try to do is definitely when it's not there, don't beat yourself up and don't force it. And what I try to do is I try to maximize my chances of like hitting that lightning strike of inspiration with a lot of like lifestyle practices that I do, like meditation and spending time in nature, because inspiration can't strike if there's no room, if your mind is always taken up by to-do lists and what you should be doing, which obviously those things are important in life, but you also have to make room for inspiration and creativity and ideas and tend to them when they come instead of kind of dictating how they come.
Can you hear?
So how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We're miles apart, but we're not.
I know, and we have people from all over the world watching.
Well, hello world. Hang in there.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, but it's pretty amazing that music has been, as we've always known, as songwriters and performers, the universal language, and it means more today. And I believe we will all be better for this once this gets past us, and the books and the history be written that music was the thing that kind of saved us through this. I believe that.
I do too, and honestly, music saves the artist too. I was saying at the beginning of the stream that like I feel so I miss performing so much. So this is such a lovely thing to be able to do, and I'm so grateful that Global Citizens thought of us for this and all the great work they're doing. We can be a part of it.
Yeah, we're all sitting here ready to go to work, so everybody knows that. And we started last night, Caroline. We started the Cabin Fever virtual tour on Margaritaville TV.
Yeah, can you tell everyone about this? Because this is so exciting.
Well, we did it as in the wintertime just to check it out because, you know, a lot of people can't get out in the winter. So we took some of our unique shows that we've done, the smaller venues when we go to Europe and go around the world to Australia, to Tahiti, and we put together like 12 of what we thought were the coolest shows that most people didn't get to see. So we tested them in the winter, and on usually a Saturday night is a night to go out, but when it's winter, we were seeing how many people would watch, and we averaged anywhere from 38 to 40,000 people on a Saturday night tuned in. So when this whole corona crisis came around and it was obvious people were shut in and couldn't go out, we decided to put a Cabin Fever virtual tour together from a song line from one of my songs. And we started last night, and we had almost 100,000 people watching.
Woo!
And and we did the first show, which was the set list show from Key West, Florida, where at one time I had the fans write set lists, and we drew names, and 200 people got to come to Key West and see it. So we started with that one, and I was looking last night at our set that you were so gracious to do with us when we did the hurricane benefit in Tallahassee, and we were talking today about that was such a moving show with all the great other artists there, with Kenny Chesney and Jake Owens and
Toby Keith
and Toby, I mentioned, and a couple others, and so but the emotion of it was fun for me to see a crowd again when I watched that, because I'm missing my crowds as much as they're missing me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and
so I just think this is a wonderful thing that everybody's doing, and it does. Music will keep this thing going. The other thing that was interesting to me, I have a friend, Scott Kelly, who's an astronaut, and he did a piece in the New York Times yesterday about isolation and confinement and how you deal with it. And this is a guy who set the world's record for being on the International Space Station for over 300 days, and he couldn't go outside. So
was he with anyone else?
I'd recommend everybody read that, because it's simple things that you can do to like kind of not go crazy while this is going on.
Was he by himself for that long?
Yeah, well, there were people going in and out, but he was the longest person. But
wow,
to me, it's kind of like, you know, when I used to do long distance sailing, it's kind of like that, you know. You leave the dock and it's a celebration, and you get out and usually something breaks or you get into a huge storm in the first couple of days, and you go, I could be back in a hotel eating eggs Benedict. What the hell am I doing? But then you settle in and you get into a routine, and you can deal with things when you get into a routine, and fun is always part of it. And that's what Scott said in that. You got to have a little fun. And there was an old quotation from my great kind of influence, Lord Buckley, that said, terror is the absence of humor, and humor is the absence of terror. And
Oh, that's
I think
beautifully
those are
put.
good words to keep in
Yeah,
mind during this time.
especially during this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's tell people. So we're gonna do the song that we did in Tallahassee. We're gonna do Breathe
Yep.
In, Breathe Out, Move On.
And
And this is such a special song. Can you tell everyone? I want to tell everyone about what it meant in Tallahassee to me. But first, can you tell everyone why you wrote it and when you wrote it? It's just,
yeah.
it's such a poignant song, but I love the story behind it.
Well, as most people that know me knew, I grew up on the Gulf Coast, and I cut my musical teeth in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, and I've been a lover of New Orleans music for years. So when Katrina came along, my drummer at the time, Matt Betton, sent me some lyrics to this song that just were so poignant that I just kind of grabbed them, and he and I did this together. And it was a song basically about the aftermath of Katrina. And, you know, for people that have survived a hurricane like the one that came through Florida, and they're not getting any smaller, doesn't look like. And people do come together in tragedy like this. And now this is the whole world. And as Scott Kelly said, when he looked at the whole world from the space station, we forget sometimes that we're all in this together. And
Yeah.
the terrible thing is, this virus reminded of it, that we better start acting like we live on this planet together.
Yeah.
Because it will be a better world for it. It will be a better country for it. Just getting along a little better.
Yeah. That's beautifully put. Yeah, this is such a special song, and we earlier we found out we were trying to beat the Instagram delay, so we were trying to sing it together, and there's just too much of a delay, so we're gonna kind of trade verses on and off. Jimmy's there with his guitar, and I'm here with Jimmy's guitar. So.
Okay, so we're going to do that. And hang on, we got one little thing to do here.
Okay, he's readjusting.
Hang on 1 second. Just play through it, and I'll get to it. I'll get up here.
But while he's readjusting, I just want to tell everyone watching that you can go online and get the recorded live version of this duet now. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. And this was just such a special moment. This was the first time I'd ever sang with Jimmy on stage. It was in Tallahassee, 2017. And it was a benefit for the victims of the hurricanes that had been in, Florida and the islands and Texas that year. It was a crazy summer. And this was just such a special moment. And actually, Jimmy, I don't know, you probably don't know this, but breathe in, breathe out, move on has become like a platitude that we say in our family all the time. If someone's going through something hard, my dad always says that and uses that line. Can you not hear me?
No,
we got you. We're back. Okay.
Anyway, we use that line all the time when we're going through something difficult, because to let go is such a challenge and such a discipline. But if you can, it really, wow, what a freedom, right?
It is. And a lot of people have used that. And, you know, it's funny when you write a song like that and it takes on another life of its own. And people do tell me that they use that little metaphor for that. So
we
I'm
say
glad
it all the time. All right, so you're going to start, right?
Yeah, I'll start it. Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody take a deep breath now. I bought a cheap watch from the crazy man floating down canal. It doesn't use numbers or moving hands. It always just says now.
Now you may be thinking This watch is never wrong. And if I have trouble, the warranty says breathe in, breathe out, and move on.
And it rained, nothing really new. And it blew, seen all that before.
And it poured, the earth began to strain, punch a train, leaking through the door, the tides at war.
The hurricane doesn't leave you dead, it will make you strong.
Don't try to explain it, just nod your head and breathe in and breathe out and move on.
And it rained, it was nothing really new. And it blew, seen all that before.
And it poured, the earth began to strain, punch a train, buried the ninth ward to the second floor.
According to my watch, the time is now. The past is dead and gone.
Don't try to shake it, just nod your head and breathe in and breathe out and move on.
Don't try to shake it, just bow your head.
And breathe in,
breathe out,
breathe out and move on. Yay! Oh, I love that song so much. It really, really moves me every time I sing it or hear it.
Yeah, I get that feeling when I play it for people and watch the reaction.
Yeah,
So
what
for
a
everybody
special
at home, breathe
That's
in,
so
breathe
special
out,
to
move
get
on.
that feeling from a song you wrote too, because those are the songs that kind of come through you, you know?
Yeah, they go in your heart more than they go in your ears, I think.
Oh, that's beautifully put. That's so beautiful. So are you with your family there? You guys are all staying safe and
Family dogs, yes.
okay. That's awesome.
I saw a great cartoon today. It was like a dog up on above the ceiling, like on a rafter, going, "No, I'm not coming down. I've walked 20 times today."
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get my other guitar.
All right.
And I saw a few requests for this, so before you leave, I just want to play a verse and chorus for this because this is the song that you and Mac wrote for me, Gulf Coast Girl, and you mentioned that you grew up on the Gulf Coast, and so I know all the thousands of people who are watching would be very upset if I let you go without us singing this.
Okay.
So Gulf Coast Girl is a song that you and Mac wrote for me last year and we recorded. And we shot the video down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, which was so gorgeous. And it was so hot. I'm still laughing, like imagining Mike Ramos. Everyone was sweating profusely. I gave up and jumped in the ocean, and the hair and makeup people were so mad at me because I ruined but I was so hot, Jimmy. It was so hot down there when we shot it. But it's such a great video, and it's such a great song, and you sang on it, and Mac sang on it, and Kenny Chesney sang on it, and Lucas Nelson sang on it, all the people who are my friends and mentors and people who I've just been so blessed to tour with and have, take under their wings. So thank you for this song, and this is a little bit of Gulf Coast Girl.
I'll try to chime in on background and be all those people.
Yeah, try to chime in. I mean, there'll be a delay, but everyone will understand. Oh, everyone at home, I know you're singing. Woo! I will have a world of fun on the Pascagoula run, and you might get lucky on the beach in Biloxi. Get thinner, and go home a winner occasionally. We could surf Boca Chica, Galveston Bay, ride horses on the beach on South Padre. No, we're not in Kansas. Hola, Port Aransas, do you wanna two-step with me? 'Cause I'm a Gulf Coast girl, partial to the warm winds and the salty water. Gulf Coast girl, yeah, I got a little mermaid in me. In the whole wide world, no other place where the days and the nights are right. Gulf Coast girl, yeah, I'm riding home on my American sea. Ooh, I see the Louisiana lip of the mighty Mississippi right down from New Orleans. Give me a poor boy to go and a Neville Brothers show. Yeah, I know just what that means. That I'm a Gulf Coast girl. Yeah, I'm a Gulf Coast girl. Woo! I got a little mermaid in me. And the whole wide world, no other place where the days and the nights are right. Gulf Coast girl, yeah, I'm riding home on my American sea. Hey, I'm riding home on my American sea. I got a little mermaid in me. Oh. Come on. If you're at home, sing it out. Woo! Oh. I got a little Wicky Watchy in me. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Jimmy. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for
Caroline,
everything you do for me, for all your fans, for the world. We love you so much and appreciate your music so much. Thank you.
And all the best to you and your great career, and you've done a great job.
Love you. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on.
Y'all take care. Fins up.
Mwah. Here's all of the boys. I make friends with all of the boys, but I make love to you. Ain't got a choice, I ain't got a chance, I ain't got a prayer, and I ain't got a plan. Love is a wonder, a happenstance, magic. I'm not foolish enough to try to understand. And there I go, I have no concept of forever, and there I go again. He's man enough to wave me out like stormy weather, rainbow around the bend. I make friends with all of the boys. I make friends with all of the boys. I make friends with all of the boys, but I make love to you. I make friends with all of the boys. Woo! I make friends with all of the boys. I make friends with all of the boys, but I make love to you. I push him out and I pull him in, tease him and please him and tease him again. And I'm not sorry for the things that I do, 'cause you know at the end of the day I'm coming home to you. Alright, we're gonna end with Brown Eyed Girl, because a lot of you guys requested it. Alright, is this too close? No, this is fine. I'm just trying to, I couldn't play the piano properly before. Alright. So this is my cover of Brown Eyed Girl, and thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, global citizens. Thank you, World Health Organization, for all that you're doing. Thank you for everyone who's being brave and helpful and kind and taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other. This is Brown Eyed Girl, and hey, where do we go? Days when the rains came down to the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, yeah, skipping and jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping in you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesday so slow? Going down your mind with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight, laughing, hiding behind the rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 dee-da, sha la 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 dee-da. Sing it out. Sha la 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 dee-da. So hard to find my way now when I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day, and how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome just thinking about making love in the green grass, back behind the stadium with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. You, my, you, my, you, my, you, my brown-eyed girl. Sha la 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 dee-da. Sha la 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 dee-da. Guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Caroline Jones. I really appreciate your time today. I really appreciate your patience with this whole situation on behalf of everyone who's trying to help. Thank you, global citizens, for having me. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place, same bat time, same bat channel. And tomorrow will be an EP release live stream for all of the boys, so get your requests together and your questions together. And thank you so much again for tuning in. Lots of love to you all, and all the good vibes, all the good energy. from my heart to yours and all my music to you. Love you so much. Thanks.